Okay, this is Dr. Gregory Jenkins back on the Doc and Dukov show. We have our wonderful friend Flynn here today also. And we have Victoria, who's visiting from
Copenhagen.
Is that right? Copenhagen. And we've been talking about dating, and we've been asking her questions about dating Europeans as opposed to dating Americans. And we're going back and forth and not trying to figure out what's the best way to do it. And I need to ask Victoria a question again. Are you looking for a man while you're here in California?
Oh.
She's been here over a year now.
I'm not really looking for a man right now, but I guess if there comes a man by, then
That's
I'm
smart,
open.
yeah.
There you go.
That's smart. And have you been on websites like Coffee and a Bagel?
No. I haven't, but I've heard it's good, and there's some good-looking guys on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a serious one, right?
Yeah.
No effeminate clothing?
No skinny jeans.
No skinny jeans.
Okay.
No, God.
God, I wish I could wear skinny jeans.
No, you don't. We don't. No bueno.
Not that skinny, of course.
Yeah, no bueno.
Thicker, skinnier than what I'm wearing today, you know.
Are there any hot dating sites in Denmark that we should know about?
No, there's not any hot ones. They've started to make some little bit weird ones where you can cheat on your wife and you.
Oh yeah, we have
Yeah,
that.
we have that here, too.
Ashley Madison.
Yeah, but they started to come up with that in Denmark now.
So it's married couples can cheat with married couples, right?
Yeah.
How come they don't just use Ashley Madison?
I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work in Denmark.
It's the internet though. Wouldn't that be international? Justin, how do you know so much?
Some countries don't allow things.
Justin, how do you know so
The
much?
internet's kind of weird. Like there's Google for the United States. There's also Google like Europe. It's more so for websites that are based in Europe
Gotcha.
and all those things like that. So yes, you can still access the sites, but it's just a little differently.
Well, one thing, since we're on the website topic, and Greg, or Dr. Jenkins, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
But there's a site, I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but a friend told me about it about a year ago, and I think it's disgusting. It's called Adult Finder. Have you heard of that, Justin? You literally plug your ears, Victoria. You literally post a picture of your private area. That's your picture, is your private area.
So that's your headshot?
Wow.
Swear to God.
your headshot,
It's
so
called
to speak.
Adult Finder.
I do not. Oh,
Is that your headshot?
Adult Friend Finder?
It's called...
Adult Friend Finder, yeah. It's basically...
Adult Friend Finder?
It's like XXX website.
Are you sure?
Yep.
My friend told me it's called Adult Finder.
Adult Friend Finder.
And I don't know about the friend part. And you post a picture of your private area, and people scout you down for your private. And that's, to me, it's disgusting. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound prude, but look at Justin's checking it out, isn't he?
But I think some people like that, so you have to. It's a free country.
Well, would be a truly booty call site, wouldn't it?
I think that's super booty. Yeah.
Super booty.
Super booty.
Yeah.
Good. That was good, Dr. Jenkins.
I think there's a song coming out about that.
Super booty. Okay, well, if we have 2 seconds, I just wanted to talk about my comedy show.
Oh yeah, everybody listen up now. Listen.
It's June 27th. It's a Tuesday, so Justin, get your butt there. Tuesday,
I
June.
work on Tuesdays.
Tuesday night?
Yes.
What time?
All night.
Until the show's over.
Aww. Okay. Well, it's Tuesday, June 27th at the Improv on Melrose. And we're going to be in conjunction with a charity. We've got 2 charities we're working with. And it's going to be Eliza Schlesinger, the winner of Drew Lynch won America's Got Talent. And Eliza won Last Comic Standing. And Kevin Nealon hopefully is going to pop in.
Okay, that sounds good. So June 27th. But the good news and interesting thing is that somebody just called in.
We got a call?
We got a call.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to get ready for that.
Hello.
Give us a
Hey.
hello. Hello, how are you?
Hi, you guys.
Did you have some kind of comment you'd like to make? Or
Questions for
I
us?
just could not resist. So, first of all, hi to your guest, Victoria
Hello.
from Denmark. It's pretty interesting. I am married now to a Swiss-French man. I'm originally from California. But my family's originally from London, so I was kind of raised with like the European thing going on. And when I met my husband, we actually met in Europe and in Nuremberg. And I found it to be like a really liberating experience for me as an American, being raised, even though I had European values, and kind of from a European lifestyle, being raised as an American, it was sort of eye-opening for me to date a European guy, and likewise for him, being a European guy dating an American girl. And so, over a 5-year period, I actually lived in Switzerland married him. We had a baby who's Swiss and American. He's dual citizenship.
Oh, awesome.
It's amazing and so culturally like eye-opening because, and I think this kind of touches on the point that I heard you say, Victoria, as to why Europeans generally don't date their own kind. This is why I'm calling. It's almost like you guys enjoy, and so do we, sort of like mixed breeds. It's like mixed breeding. Like we really like, both sides of the pond really like to test out the waters on the other side of the spectrum. And I think it's healthy because the Europeans have such a different way of being raised and such a different mentality and in some ways really liberated and in some ways not, relative to Americans. And then on our side, there are ways that we are liberated that you guys aren't, and ways that we're very inhibited, where you guys are very open.
So what's your question for her? May I ask?
I don't really have a question. I'm just sort of commenting on what she was saying about dating outside of your people, you know. And I think it's very common, actually, to be between Europeans and Americans. They do enjoy dating outside of their stream for that reason, for the fact that I think that, like, what I found is my husband told me, he's like, you know, dating an American girl, it's like a big feather in my cap. In Switzerland. Like, all the guys are like, oh my God, how did you get her? And likewise, the girls, they enjoy dating outside of their own men because they find their men boring. Mm-hmm. And it's really funny. Like, the guys have this perception, apparently. And I found this in Germany. I found this in Switzerland. I don't know about Denmark. But I do know one guy that lives in Holland, in The Hague, and he's dating a South American girl. So, you know, it's like across the board, I don't generally know people that date of their own kind. They're always kind of going outside of their stream. And I find that the guys have always said that the girls, they seem like uptight or, you know, too good for them. And the girls see the guys as boring.
What do you think about, you know, you're talking about this Caucasian dating. How about, you know, a Californian dating a woman from Africa? You don't see that. I don't see that.
I think we should
that's
take.
not true either.
I think we should take this opportunity to ask Victoria, since we have Victoria here. I'm gonna take what our wonderful callers bring into the table, and I want to put it to Victoria. Victoria, how do you feel about what she's sharing, and how do you feel like you want to date men out, you know, in Europe or America? What are you looking for?
I think if you go for America, then you got a lot of opportunities to live another place. You got opportunities to live in the entire Europe and in the entire America.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, they want to live a place, like some people like the warm, some people like the cold, so they'll live like, so I think that some people might look in a husband or boyfriend in that where he's located, like where he's living.
Oh, so location.
Location, there you go, right.
There you go.
Well, and the interesting thing is, you know, Europe in comparison, when you come from a country in Europe, in comparison to America, it's relatively small. So when you come to America, you're very like, oh my God, this is the land, it really is the land of opportunity for the perception of others that don't live here. They come and it's like, whoa, expansive, you know, big opportunities, big land, big, like so many people. So much action. Whereas for us as Americans, what the accolade is for the Europeans is culture. Mm-hmm, I mean, we don't, the oldest thing in our country is like 250 years old. Like, you guys, I was in Switzerland. I remember down the street from our house was an 11th century church with bells. Like, that to me, and it was right next door to like a 7-Eleven. You know?
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing how they've built upon centuries, and for us, we don't have that. So I'm calling just to say, to mirror the point that you were making, that being married to a European man as an American woman has benefited both of us immensely, in the sense that we're giving each other flavors of our different cultures, and we're giving each other this sense of like a bigger life, because we're only adding to the foundations that we each came from and sharing those. Like, it's an amazing sharing of perspectives, and I think ultimately that's why people choose to date outside their streams.
Right.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. But,
and also, yay for dating. And we should come up with, we should all band together and come up with a dating site called Across the Pond.
Yes, that's a great idea.
People from Europe to America. And on your note, Dr. Jenkins, I have seen a lot of Caucasians with African Americans.
Okay.
Or just Africans.
I guess I haven't noticed that.
Well, I mean, but I was in Tanzania, and I remember seeing a lot of really happy couples that had, like, somebody had gone over there on either a pilgrimage or some kind of nonprofit like I was a part of, and they ended up staying there because they fell in love with a child and they wanted to adopt one, or they fell in love with a man. Yeah, it was so gorgeous to see, and it's a big process to try to adopt over there, so it's not like a whim, you know, like you really make the commitment. And a lot of them found their partner, and they were definitely, you know, mixed race. It was it's beautiful. So I think on that note, before I get off the phone, it's more like just opening your eyes to different cultures.
Yes.
If you're somebody listening right now, recognize that each country has its own amazing thing to offer, and it just expands you further as a human being to explore it.
Okay, so we're going to work on the across the pond. Thank you for the suggestion, and thanks for calling in today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now.
Guys.
Bye-bye.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you. Victoria's mom is very involved in the ministries, and I believe she's going to be going over to Africa or to India. Is that correct?
Yeah, to India.
So tell us what your mom's doing. Close.
She's not working too much with the ministry, but she's gonna make a ministry trip to India to love on the people over there and help them out as best as she can.
I think I want to go.
You guys should go,
I've never been to India. Should we go?
Yeah, we should go.
but go in the wintertime.
Well, I hear it's good to go January, February, March.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the weather's not too hot.
Have you been to India?
No, but I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends that are Indian, and I said, "Well, let's go to India." I said, "Okay, but only go in the winter.
Yeah.
I
That's
know
what
it's
I've
too
heard.
hot otherwise."
And what specifically, you said she's going to provide loving? Did I hear that right?
Yeah, just like make everybody feel love when people encourage them and say nice things to them, and
It's so true.
so I think that will be a big part of the trip, to go and do like as a difference that she can do in that amount of time she'll be there.
That's awesome. Are you seriously going to go?
I think I'll go. Yeah,
I wanna go.
definitely.
Yeah, have your mom pay for another trip.
Yeah, she's gonna pay.
Yeah.
Are you going to go, Dr. Jenkins? Do you want to go
No,
to India?
no, I'm working that day.
Okay. That day?
That day I'm working. Just like I can be there June 27th, but not to India.
Yeah, no, you're a sweetheart. What else do you want to talk about? We brought up, booty
Well-
calls, dating, Denmark,
I-
missionary work, across the pond dating.
Now, when you had your Match.com, what nickname did you give yourself? Do you have like a screen
That's
name?
funny that you should say that, because I was on JDate years ago.
That's Jewish date.
Yep, JDate, Jewish dating, and my handle was Saint Jean Cap. My favorite place in France is Saint Jean Cap Ferrat. So it was Cap Ferrat. And then I met this guy randomly at the Peninsula Hotel. My family was in town. And I gave him my phone number, and he was like, "Oh my God, I have you as Cap Ferrat." So he had me, we had spoken on the phone years prior on dating. He had my phone number as Cap Ferrat. And I randomly met him. Anyway, we went out for a little while. But isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
That's what I think. That's a sign you should have called him up.
No, we ended up going out we're really, really good friends.
Okay.
But we dated for a minute. He's the one where, this is a little naughty. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this word, but on our first date, so we met on JDate, and I think I wasn't interested in him because he said he'd never been married, and that was a red flag to me. But he saved my number under my handle name, which was Cap Ferrat. Then I ran into him at the Peninsula years later. I gave my phone number. He was like, "Oh my God, I have to tell you this. We connected on JDate," and I was like, "Well, since I didn't go out with you then, maybe we should go out now because I met him in person." And on our first date, he took me to Shutters, which is a lovely hotel, for dinner. For dinner. And
Dang it!
he was thinking ahead, wasn't he?
I was like, okay, she's ready now. Here she goes.
No.
We've made a progress on your therapy, ma'am.
No. No, he wasn't paying it forward. We literally had dinner at Shutters. It was One Pico as a restaurant. And I said, "Where'd you go to college?" And he said, "Stanford." And I said, "Where'd you get your graduate degree?" And
Wharton.
he said, "Harvard." And I literally said to him, "I think I just came." True story.
You like education, I think.
I do. I like a smart man. Yeah.
I know it. I know it's hard.
With a huge vocabulary.
Huge. Ginormous. Is that the same thing?
Yeah, I just like a big vocabulary. I like.
Okay.
Yeah, I like an intelligent man. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Don't you like intelligent women?
I do.
That was such a reluctant I do.
I do.
What are the first three? Now be real, Dr. Jenkins. What are the first three things you look for when you were going to date a woman?
Oh, there's three.
Well, I mean, we could say 20, but
Well,
the top three things.
I think appearance is important.
Of course, you're a man.
Hair, like yours,
Okay.
And then, chattability, how well you can hold a conversation. And
I'm gonna go ahead and include hair with appearance. Do you think that's fair to do?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do appearance is one, and that's body, boobs, eyes, nose, hair. Number 2 is talkability.
Chattability.
And that's okay. This is a Dr. Jenkins word. We're gonna trademark it. What's the third thing?
I think also that you have to find some commonality.
Yes.
So when you're chatting, you may find something you have in common, or if you don't have anything in common, you might just go home.
So appearance, chattability, and things in common. I'm surprised you didn't say appearance, hair, and then breasts.
I never loved breasts that much.
I love breasts.
I know.
I
and
love
you got to
breasts.
see hers. They're wonderful. Look at them.
Oh, actually, I show them on my Instagram account.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it's FlynnBeck17 if you want to see. But I only show the left one because she's a flirt. The right one's kind of a prude, so you only see the left one.
Okay. That makes sense. I have to replay this whole program to listen to the address. I'm gonna do that.
Justin already has it down.
He typed it,
Yeah, he's got it down. So, Victoria, as a 19-year-old Danish girl who loves the Lord, what are the top 3 things you're looking for in a man? Justin's taking notes.
Okay, I'm looking for education is very high on my list.
Go, girl.
And then, of course, he has to love the Lord as I love the Lord.
Wow.
And the last thing, I would say that he has to hold a conversation as well, yeah. So you don't
There
just...
you go. Chattability.
Chattability. Yeah.
I have to say, I'm a little surprised. No judgment. I'm a little surprised you didn't choose a man of the Lord first.
Yeah, I could have done that.
No, I'm not judging. I'm just curious. I know. No judgment. Just
I guess that he could, he can always get to love the Lord, right?
That's
yeah.
right.
You can always get him to love the
Be
Lord.
better at it, yeah.
That's a good point. But you can't get him to be intelligent or get him to want to go to college. It's kind of
No.
something.
And that's a really high on the list.
Isn't she a smarty?
Yes, ma'am.
Didn't I do well bringing a hot little Danish girl in
You
with
did.
some
I
good
mean,
morals?
Where'd you guys meet?
I'll let her tell you.
Where did you guys meet, Victoria?
On Coffee Meets Bagel.
Oh, the one in West Hollywood. Yeah, okay.
No, we met outside a church New Year's Day, and the church was closed.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to... Then she just said, oh, follow me. And then we went to another church, and that was a zombie church.
It was a what?
A zombie church.
A zombie, yeah.
It was a really crazy
It was
church.
bizarre. This lady walked up to us. She was like, welcome to our church. Welcome to our church. We were like, we need to get out of here. So guess where I took her?
Get Kool-Aid. To get Kool-Aid?
No, I took her to Hillsong, where I took you.
Oh, perfect, yeah. Hillsong is always good.
Isn't it good? We loved
You can
it.
get that on DirecTV.
Can you?
Yeah.
And Victoria, what was the message? And now we're going to get a little godly. Is that okay, Dr. Jenkins?
That's fine.
Okay.
The message was about getting comfortable while feeling uncomfortable. So the Lord can work in you when you are uncomfortable.
Yes, it was so moving. So they were saying when everything, I know Justin is just like so touched by this topic. Basically, when everything in your life is going well, God's not complete. It's hard for God to kind of work in you because everything's just going really right. But when you're feeling uncomfortable, you're feeling conflicted, you don't know what the next move to make, that's when God can really get inside of you. And is it time for us to wrap up?
One more minute.
Yeah. So this is a time. That's a time for God to kind of get inside of us and really work, and for us to be open because we're feeling uncomfortable. We're looking for answers. We're looking for guidance. So that's when God can really do His best work in us.
So you mean like when you're down and you're not doing well, God can work better?
I don't know if it's. Well, how did you interpret that, Victoria?
I don't know. Yeah, probably when you're in a struggle, you need
Yeah.
God more.
Yeah.
Like you feel you'll automatically call out for Him more than you would do if you're just feeling nice on the beach.
Yeah. If you're drinking Dom Perignon
Yeah,
at a club in Copenhagen.
yeah, you should all go.
She has a friend that owns a club, and it sounded pretty good.
Sounds like fun.
I know.
Maybe we'll take a break right now. That's
Okay.
okay. And this is Dr. Gregory Jenkins on the Doc and Dukov Show. And we'll be right back. Thanks. This is Dr. Gregory Jenkins with the Doc and Dukov Show. We're back. And we still have our guests from Denmark, from Copenhagen. And we are having here our favorite comedian, Flynn.
Hi.
And when we were off the air, I had some questions for her. And I was asking her, well, why is if having Jesus in your life is important, why are you trying to date Jewish guys?
That's a really good question, and it's asked often. But I have 7 tenants. Is that right? Tenants? Tenants? Is that the right word?
I mean, TENNENTS, tenants?
Yeah, is that right? I have 7 points of why I like Jewish men. The first one is they're usually very well educated. The second one is they're very family focused. The third one is they're very attentive because they have very demanding moms that need a lot of attention, so they're attentive.
Okay.
The next one is they're very witty. I find them sexy.
That's 5.
So I have 2 more. Usually well endowed.
Usually not.
In my experience, yes, they have been. And
The Mohel took a bunch of it out.
and then the 7th reason is they're usually a little neurotic, which I like because I'm a little neurotic, and so it's kind of cool to be with a guy that's like more neurotic than I. So that's my 7 tenets or 7 reasons. Or
You should get a little pamphlet and post on your website.
but I do.
What I'm looking for.
Yeah, but I do prefer a brother in the bedroom though.
Oh yeah, I've heard of something like that before. Yeah.
I just don't think they can handle me outside of the bedroom because I'm a little neurotic.
And in the bedroom, you're not erotic. You're just.
I think I behave. Yeah, I think I behave in the bedroom.
Okay.
I think outside the bedroom, not so much. I'm getting a smile out of
Does
Justin.
anybody ever get up after having love making and make you some fresh squeezed orange juice or anything like that?
Oh, you took my bit. Oh, you got to come. No, that was halftime. It was halftime, and he brought some sliced oranges and water.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah, it was incredible. Yeah, that was my brother experience. Yes.
See how good I listen.
You're so good.
Even 2 years ago, I remember that.
Nobody forgets that bit. Comics steal it.
Oh, they do.
I've had comics steal it. Yeah, they talk about how they're like they go to these parties and then they bring out orange slices, and I will call them and be like, "That is my bit. It happened to me. I'll give you the guy's phone number. My story brings out the sliced oranges."
And do you copyright these jokes and stuff?
No, but as a comic, if you hear another comic telling jokes, you can't steal it.
Okay.
It's not done.
And you don't password it or.
No, you don't trademark it, but I called this comedian and said, "You did. I saw you in the main room last night, and you talked about you were at some sex party, and they were bringing out sliced oranges." And I go, "You know, you got that from me." And he said, "You're right." And he said, "I won't use it anymore." So it's really not done to steal material. But sometimes I will take material. I'll take a version of it. So I'll say like you said, you've said a couple things that were funny today. So if you were a comic, I'd say, "Hey, do you care if I do a bit about that?" And if you say no, it's mine, then I have to honor it. But if you go, "Yeah, take it, it's yours."
Yeah.
So it's kind of like understood. It's kind of like if you're in a relationship and you're boyfriend and girlfriend, it's understood you're exclusive. So there's just certain things that are understood.
Right. I know I talked to a comedian once, and I was making a joke about Botox on scrotums.
Oh yeah.
And he says, "Is it okay if I use that?" I said, "Sure." So
Yeah.
out there somewhere, there's a scrotum joke with Botox.
Yeah, I haven't heard it, so I don't think it took off.
Well, it's probably Iowa.
Yes.
It's big in Iowa, I heard.
I don't mind the wrinkles on the scrotum. I think it's charming.
Oh, okay.
You, Victoria?
What is it?
Okay, let's.
We were wondering, like, if you like the scrotum, do you like the wrinkles,
She doesn't know what the scrotum is.
the testicles, the ball sack?
No, I have never thought about that actually.
I told you it was going to fall on deaf ears on that one.
Well, maybe it's transcultural, and we need to work on it.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah. So,
Did I answer your question?
but we have one more minute, I think. Here, we're about ready to wrap up today's show. And, unfortunately, Alicia Dukov wasn't here today, but she'll be back. She has a little sick one at home.
Aw.
Yeah, but we're gonna send candy over or something.
Candy. How about sliced oranges?
Sliced oranges. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So-
good for
So-
dehydration.
So Flynn Beck, why don't you take us out since you were here again today? Can you please wrap it up for us today?
Do you want a happy ending?
Not here.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I don't know if I say the name right. The Doc and Dukaka Show.
Dukov.
Let's try it again. My Doc and Dukov.
My Doc and Dukov.
There it is.
There we go.
There you are. You know your show's name.
Thank you so much for tuning in to My Doc and Dukov. We'll see you next Wednesday at 1 p.m.
That's it. Thank you very much.